Gavin, are you in the mood to talk?
Sure, go for it.
Gavin, I don't think you're in the mood to talk.
I'm not in a good way today.
You're not in a good way today?
No,
Is it because you're sick?
I'm pretty sure. I slept pretty terribly last night. And then today I've just been kind of like shitting myself inside out throughout the day.
Like, literally?
More or less. And I feel like kind of shit all over.
Well, you're better off than I am then. Yeah. Or wait, wrong way. I'm better off than you are. Because I was going to come in here being all complaining. Because the portable air conditioner just came. And I put this off for that because it was raining out. And I didn't want this air conditioner's shitty warranty to get damaged. So I'm like, well, I'd sooner do Salmon run wait. And maybe even alone, just to make sure that this portable air conditioner makes it out alive. And I think the thing is like bigger and heavier than I ever could have imagined. It's like this.
I mean, it is an air conditioner.
Yeah, it's like it's as tall as my waist, more or less. Like it reaches my stomach, and of course it has all the parts of a, full machine in it. So that sucks. So it's very problematic just to get out of the garage. Actually, it was very problematic just to get out of the box, because the box was really tall and I couldn't lift the damn thing. So I turned it on its side and then pulled it out.
That sounds like a very hazardous idea.
I know! I'm like looking at it for I think 5 minutes before I finally decide to do it. And it worked, so we have that. And then I had to get it up 2 stairs in my garage, which I'm very weak. Like much weaker than I thought even. So it was a very pitiable task. I did a very poor job on that one. It's in the house now, and apparently I need to keep all the packaging for warranty, and there's a lot of packaging.
Yeah.
So I had to move that to the basement, and it was a mess. So that's why it took so long even after it was delivered. It's not even up the stairs to my room yet. It has wheels, so it made it through the house just fine. But I have to bring it up like, oh god, like 14 plus 5 stairs. I'm not looking forward to it.
You'll make it. You're fine.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Why do I have to suffer for my comfort?
It's gonna work wonders today. I was like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this, and then I woke up today after like the bad thing last night where I just couldn't sleep and getting to sleep was troublesome and there was just and then all day today was just kind of like I'm just not comfortable today. This is a bad day.
Well, you know what they say. There are 365 days in a year. And the estimated death expectancy for men is maybe like 70 years.
I'm not really in the mood for that.
So, there are a lot of days. So one of them can be bad, and it's completely fine.
And then there's this shit.
Well, on the bright side, you did do something really cool today.
What's that?
Our good friend Gavin here wrote up an entire fucking timeline
Oh yeah.
for, like, the Nier series, which includes Drakengard, I think it's called.
Drakengard 1, yeah.
1? Is there Drakengard 2?
There's Drakengard 2 and 3.
And then there's Nier, and then there's Nier Automata? Automata?
Yeah.
Automata?
Nier branches off from ending E of Drakengard 1.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's like a split
No.
ending series. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gavin wrote a whole timeline, like starting from that all the way to the end of Nier Automata, because I finished Nier yesterday, but my dumbass doesn't like understand any of it, so spent like I think you said 4 hours writing that, and then like
Yeah.
probably an additional few answering additional questions I had.
An additional few was like 20 minutes, if that. Something like that.
So yeah, Gavin, fucking MVP.
Yay.
Oh, I thought you were being interrupted.
I was for like a moment there.
I can't hit that. Okay?
I will gladly just write forever about games I really love, so.
Yeah, it was good. I was like wondering if you should like post it to your blog or something, just to have it out there, you know.
Why not? And refer back to it then.
Yeah. And if anyone else is ever confused, you don't have to do it ever again.
Point them to the post.
Yeah, there are a few things I would correct about what people say about Nier Automata. They say like you don't have to play the previous games, and I guess you don't. But going by that timeline, I'm like,
And like strictly speaking, you don't, but
I
guess
your experience is probably very enriched by playing the previous games.
at least by playing Nier. Like with Dragon Guard 1, like it literally is just ending E of that game that matters. The entire rest of Dragon Guard 1 doesn't really matter. But yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Is there like some characters in Automata that like apparently go hard in the first game, but then like show up in the second game, and you're like, whom? So I would recommend that, and then I would recommend that people stop calling them routes. I guess like there are 5 main endings, but then the other ones are additional routes, and that's where people get confused.
Well, it's like literally Route A, B, and C.
But like they aren't routes; they're all like linear. You know?
Oh. Yeah, but like they are like routes. You know, like they're just this is path A in the game, path B in the game, path C in the game.
I feel like that has like incorrect connotations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I remember people were like, you have to beat the game 5 times to get all the endings, and that's what I thought too. It's like, no.
No, that's distinctly not true, but people are idiots.
There are just 5 like parts, 5 segments to the game, all part of like kind of one.
I mean, there's not 5, there's 3.
Okay, there's like 3, and then it kind of branches off at the end for like a bit.
Like only ending, like only Route C like branches at the end.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, if anyone thought that you had to beat Nier Automata 5 times in order to experience everything, that's really not the case. It's like, it's still like, not like repetitive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those are 2 things I would recommend to people who are interested in playing it. Everything else is just, I mentioned it like at the end of my stream for like 30 minutes, I think it was. 30 minutes of just talking on the title screen.
Something
so
like that, yeah.
That's everything you would need to know about my thoughts on the game, excluding what I learned this morning from Gavin's 4-hour write-up. And the game is pretty good, and I imagine that everyone else, oh god, is smarter than I am, so they'll pick up on it. So yeah, definitely.
There's people who literally wouldn't play it past like the end, like ending A in that game, because they're like, "Oh, I'm done," because they're fucking idiots. Like, nah, like you like underestimate the stupidity of people.
No, but they rolled credits, Gavin. I mean, it means it's the end. Whoa, Nier Automata has a really long post-credit scene. It's like 25 hours. Low tide. fucker's just gonna take forever.
It's also like during writing that for write-up that I like something occurred to me about like the different scenarios in the game, and I'm kind of like, oh, that's actually pretty rad.
So yeah, it's kind of a learning experience for you as well.
Yeah, there's something occurred to me about like all of the different characters and like scenarios you run into, basically. Maybe you're like, ah, that's interesting.
It also,
And I wonder how intentional it was, but
I mean, maybe it was. I have to imagine, right?
feel like it has to be for what it is, but
I'm like asking Gavin if he could write a timeline. I didn't expect him to actually put like the years as well. How much research did
I
that?
mean,
Fucking
they were kind of important, not too much. Like,
yeah, I figured you'd be like, and then like about 100 years later, this happens, and then this happens right after this. Yeah.
someone in the chat about it, I think I have the reload line.
No. It says, welcome to the chat room, and that's it.
Alright, okay. Paranoid about that after last time.
Wait, it's cannons. What am I doing?
You down cannon?
Why am I not? I don't remember the transition between me leaving the cannon and me playing the game normally, like on autopilot. Oh, right, there was the flying fucker. Okay, and I had to get out for that. But then I went back in. Oh my god, I don't know, man. It's too good.
Yeah, probably. Tomorrow I'll probably tighten it up a bit and dump it on the blocks, why not?
Heck yeah. It was coherent too. You're like, yeah, you're like, well, this isn't like official writing or whatever the term is. I can't think, but formal writing. But you know, didn't really have any typos. Didn't really have any weird sentencing. So.
Hey, I did a good.
You know, not like me when I'm casually typing or writing. Oh my god. These squid kids have to get away from me, man.
I think part of it was like, because like the intention was I need to like explain this to you in a way that will not confuse. Because there's plenty here that can confuse. And around the point that I got talking about the Gestalt, I was like, this is probably going to blow his mind. But, because it does for a lot of people, so it's kind of like, okay. But no, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, man, I'm actually like more interested in Nier 1. Because as with like most of these post-apocalypse or whatever kind of scenarios, like the thing I'm most interested in is how did the humans go, right? Or like what happened to the humans? Why is the world deserted from them and stuff? So, like what drove them out, etc. And that seems like that game has all that, and then on top of it, it's like everything after. It's kind of funny because I think like the message of the game is like one of the overarching ones at least is like, you know, why do people consider humans as only human? Like why can't robots be human? But it's like such an obvious theme to me that I don't think my brain truly processed it.
Yeah, like, humanity and what constitutes humanity is a major theme. And it does it in very interesting ways.
This is like in the timeline, it's like, you know, robots gain sentience, and like that's kind of it. And then I'm like, you know, I could ask about it, but does it really? Is there even a way to clarify it? It just happens. That's how
it really is just. It just happened.
How do you think it happened with us?
Yeah, like it just one day you're just there. It's like, oh,
We evolved from fucking frogs or something.
and it's one of those things that makes me laugh because it's like it's an incredibly well written game, like a fantastically well written game with like very very deeply there. Like so many messages and themes and things are like well delivered and well executed. And then you see like David Cage get talked up as a game, like, you know, top of the game's writing pill, and this is kind of like, this is nowhere even near close, and it is fucking embarrassing, especially since like around, like, you know, Detroit is going to be touching on the like, can a robot be a human
it really is.
theme, and it's just kind of like, no, don't.
He's gonna do it better than Yoko Taro. How many awards has Yoko Taro won? Like one?
Did you see that, like, that recent trailer for it?
Not really.
It's like, there's a recent trailer for it. Just in case you didn't get it, that it's robot racism. He made a black robot sing an old slave song.
Wow.
Like, do you get it yet? It's fucking terrible. It's, oh my god.
Well, to be fair, it's not like Nier didn't get critical acclaim while David Cage would. You know what I mean?
I mean, mostly for its music. Like, well, it got like completely snubbed on writing for Horizon Zero Dawn, which is literally just
did. Like,
which is literally just. Have you played like any or seen any post-apocalyptic story thing? Well, you've seen this one. Congrats.
I remember that because I remember like
Yoko Taro lying on the floor complaining about it.
I mean, like, I remember thinking Gavin's gonna hate this.
And I did. Because, you know, well, you know how it is. It's just the racism of, like, American publications, where it's, like, only American games really count.
Oh, yeah, I still have to buy Nier's soundtrack.
Yeah, you should.
Like, it's an official video game soundtrack that I can buy without importing a CD or anything.
Square Enix tend to be pretty good about that.
Does Final Fantasy 15 have one of those?
Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure also has like an extensive CD release and all. Because they went fucking nuts on merchandising for that one.
I can imagine.
You know, they had a lot of money to make back, so they went nuts.
I gotta like actually listen to the songs. Hopefully, because I think it has official titles for the songs, right?
You should do, yeah.
Hopefully I recognize the context or something.
I mean, some of them will be pretty obvious. Like, you'll know where one in particular is because you'll start hearing "Become as Gods" in it.
Oh, so it does that too? Because
it does. That's like that. You missed that because like your volume is on, but that is worked into the song itself, and it was like, oh fuck, this song's rad.
Because I made a tweet recently where it's like, "This cannot continue" is in one of the songs.
Yeah,
where you fight,
it does that.
Where you fight them while they're or after they were repeating that. I'm like, this is hilarious.
It does stuff like that a lot. It's fucking so good. It's like, oh.
I figured a critically acclaimed soundtrack like that wouldn't put silly shit like that in it. Especially with the theme of the game, but I guess
I wouldn't call it silly, because like, you know, like ominous chanting "Become as Gods," like that's pretty pants shitting. That has an effect.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if silly's the right word. It's just like, I don't know.
There's no bland orchestras here. Like they make the soundtrack work.
Oh, ability. All right, let's see. Walls. Lower
it's
walls.
Like small up front. So.
Here's. Yep. Everyone here had the right idea. Everyone's so smart. Alrighty. We have to get rid of all the shit from walls and stuff.
We have like the big pile of eggs.
Your squeaky Steelers. Oh, a ton of them.
Yeah.
I can't reach. Oh, whatever.
Just he's throwing a grenade and stopping shit.
Nope. Yeah, Nier, good game. Oh yeah, I guess that would be something. Turn the volume up. My third piece of advice. playing Nier.
I only need like one more.
It's glow on Piers over
I
there.
just find it.
There we go. Oh, that was close. This guy.
No, the guy didn't. Well, I couldn't tell if there was one or two or not.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sure, Gab.
I'm somewhat addled right now.
We know you were hoping that I would accidentally fall into a grate or something.
I'm amazed we pulled that off.
Yeah, now this opens up another game for me to stream alongside Breath of the Wild. And
What are you thinking?
it's like Persona 5 I've been talking up a lot. But then like Persona 5's also long, right?
It's also very big, yes.
So then I'm like, well,
I feel like that might be a bit of a bad pair with Breath of the Wild.
maybe I'll get fatigued or something.
It's also like because of how like the structure worked, like Nier kind of suited like just doing like an hour and a half, then you can sink into Breath of the Wild for like 4+ hours or whatever.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to. It's like, because yeah, the usual good formula for streams or whatever is like 2 games a day or whatever.
Yeah.
But I find myself wanting to play games for like 3 hours each or something, which I clearly can't do. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just do 1 game a day and then just fully sink into it, fully like get
I mean, like
immersed.
rotate just 1 game each day or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
like, you know, I would do Breath of the Wild today.
Day 1, game 1.
I would,
Day 2, game 2.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe alternate. Of course, I'm never perfect with this stuff, so I might favor one for like 2 days or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, because I feel like when I do like 2 games like that, I kind of like don't focus or something.
One may get neglected if the other one engrosses.
Yeah, they're like the first one is like I'm always just gonna be like worrying about when to end it.
Yeah,
That's just unnecessary stress. So I might just do that. In which case, maybe like Persona 5 won't be that bad, because then I could just play it for however long I want before stopping.
Yeah. That would be a better system if like that's your next go-to.
And then I was thinking, like, if I don't want to do a long game like Persona 5, but I still want to do PS4, maybe there's oh god, okay, maybe there's like I could do Gravity Rush or something. That's one I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm like a sucker for these kinds of games. Like I'm like, what's the deal with the 9S? Let's play Nier Automata, right? What's the deal with what's her name?
Cat.
Cat. Yeah, what's the deal with Cat? Let's play her game. Figure out. And of course, gravity mechanics are always fun.
I mean, that's what like, that's what the point of good character designs and shit. So they draw people in.
Yeah, like Mario.
Sort of like what Nier Automata that took off a lot was people saw 2B and they're like, oh.
Oh, you told me that they didn't have a big budget for the game, right?
Yeah, they didn't.
So
but Yoko Taro did. He admitted this public. He did tell him, "You better make that ass good."
Instead of like investing in so a bit of boss variety, perhaps they're like, well, we have to make 2B look good, and I guess it worked.
Yeah.
So
it worked. I mean, like 2 million sales later on a shoestring budget, one of Square Enix's like surprise most profitable games of that year.
You have to make that ass look good when it's wet too.
Yeah.
Good graphics. Jeez, 2 taxes.
That is a problem.
Oh, you can get these ones. Yeah, I worry about Gravity Rush 1 though. As it was a
How
video
so?
game, and I've seen some screen caps. It doesn't look too good.
I mean, yeah, but
Like visually, I mean, not like gameplay wise.
it's charming enough. Like,
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
it's not really a game that needs visual fidelity. Fuck me.
What? Okay. Did that explosion revive you?
I thought someone shot me. I don't know. I am also literally dead already because snipers won't leave me alone. Like literally got like tried to walk in a circle. Snipers just follow me the whole way. Snake follows me the whole way.
I've fallen and I literally cannot get up. I can't stay up. So yeah, who knows? But I don't want it to be a Nintendo game. Essentially. Because that's what Zelda is. I want to expand my palette beyond Nintendo, but also I want to expand my Nintendo palette.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to do, yeah. It's always good to get like a variety and like see what everything has to offer.
Alright, I'll get piers if you want to get walls or something. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm also having to do guard duty on front because people are missing like boxes, and then there's like this one box is literally spawned all cohawks and nothing else.
Also, do you have the thing by chance?
I do. Should I start shooting now, you think?
The person's shooting at it too.
Hey, it got pushed back.
Ah! Ugh, I hate that. To deal with styrofoam before the stream, I hate that stuff.
I find it quite satisfying.
Ugh, I hate like the sound and the feeling when you rub against it. Ugh. And when it rubs against other things, oh my god.
It's wave 3, so might as well.
Yeah.
And it's already done.
Means there are a lot of eggs in front.
Just trying to inking all the green spots so no one slows down.
That's what I was doing.
They're fucking curling in here. Rushing head well brush and just sweeping the ground for it to slide past.
I am support. So do you want to return to Star Fox Racing?
Has anything new been said?
Well, something new has been said, but I wanted to return to it beforehand. In fact, you know
Okay.
how I'm like, well, let me just browse Twitter before we go live.
Sure.
This happened because of that.
Okay.
So, more stuff came from the Star Fox Racing game. Like, more details. There were some, and was like, not really interesting. But, it said, like, it's racing. So, emphasis on it's not F-Zero, and I feel like that's like, come on, man.
I feel like that's damage control.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's damage control since it came up like twice. This is
Yeah.
like, it's not like F-Zero, and you're racing in R-Wings, parentheses, not like
That'd be-
F-Zero.
That literally doesn't mean anything.
Believe it or not, Gavin, they don't fly R-Wings in F-Zero. So... But it's going to have bosses, and I wonder if that's what they mean by Diddy Kong Racing. In which case, I hope the octopus makes it back, because that's the best boss in video game history, I think. And,
Is that just for the noises? Because I don't remember that as being a regular... Okay.
Yo! Yo! How could you not? How could you not love it?
Is this Grillers?
Yep.
Okay. Because I couldn't see the Griller, I just saw the whole little tiny things, and I'm like, okay, that's weird to see.
I imagine there aren't items like Mario Party because it says you could shoot other players. I mean, maybe they're like different kinds of bullets or something.
Different kinds of laser.
Yeah,
like
laser, whatever, you know. That you could use to shoot down other players. So I wonder if it's like racing and dogfighting combined or something. I have no idea how it would
Which
work.
would make sense, because like Star Fox is just all
That's what
dogfighting.
it's all about. Which would, I think, sounds pretty cool.
I would just prefer a dogfighter, frankly.
Yeah, I could understand that. But I mean, it's like, on one hand, it's like, well, if it's happening, like, it's happening, right? We can let Nintendo know that we'd rather have F-Zero or traditional Star Fox, but if it's happening, it's happening. So, like, yeah. But,
So like, don't buy it.
like, I guess, right? That's what some people were like with Color Splash. It's like, oh, it may be a good game. It was. But I don't want to buy it because I don't want to promote, this.
You don't want to encourage things you don't like. Yeah, like it's fair.
It's a fair argument, but I feel like people are maligning it quite a bit. I feel like,
Well, it is this that tone deafness, that seeming tone deafness of Nintendo, where like they have a sci-fi racing property and they're just like, nah, let's just do Star Fox again.
Well, Gavin, don't you know there are no new ideas that can be applied to F-Zero? So.
And apparently none that can be applied to Star Fox either.
Yeah,
just big Mario
They
Kart.
replaced the canon of Star Fox 64 like 4 times. Why?
They did.
But yeah, it's like funny thing. Every time that comes up, I'm just like, they don't need to. They could just what's the word? Re-release.
Just improve on.
What's the word? Remake? There are like 5 different words for the word remake when it comes to video games, and they all mean different things, so I'm a bit confused. But they could just remake one of the old ones for a modern console with all.
I have like the worst call. I had Sniper Rifle and Bomb Rush, so that was not happening.
Understandable. Like, that's all they would need to do. It's just make an easy buck. The game's ideas and designs and shit are already made. You just remake them in
you just
reimagine.
I
don't know.
Do it with like technical proficiency. That's it.
That's it.
I mean, like, shit, like, Splatoon 2 is basically that, isn't it?
Yep, Splatoon 2 is F-Zero.
Like, some of the best sequels, like, around are literally just ones that just...
Are the same thing.
Do... Yeah, the same thing, but they did it better.
Yeah, exactly, like Mario Galaxy 2.
Basically, yeah.
Like, hopefully Mario Odyssey 2.
You know, you just take, like, what you had and you just iron off all the bad bits and then bada bing, like, you're done.
Maybe Octo expansion, perhaps?
Oh, probably.
I hope so.
It's like, like, if you literally have, like, a working formula, you just file off all the bad bits, release it as is, give it, like, a new coat of paint, and your job done. This idiot over here is literally turning them all on because he doesn't understand. I wish Team Killing were in this game sometimes. Just put a bullet in the back of his head.
Wow! This game doesn't even have bullets, unless you count ink bullets.
That's what I mean.
Just ink blots.
Just fucking splat him on his back.
Talking about real life.
No, I was talking about the game.
I don't know, Gavin. Sometimes I wonder. Would Gavin commit murder over video games?
I would kill some people for some things in video games.
Perhaps. It's still in the air. It's low over there. Where's the Goldie? It's there. Oh, there's just so much shit, though.
Where?
It's front. Now it's
there.
corner walls.
I can tell we have a winning team here because none of them hit this way.
There it is. Points to nothing. What was that sound? I moved shit in my room to make room for the air conditioner.
An egg, apparently.
There it is.
He fucking figured it out.
Okay, this is just easy. We just go back and forth for 17 seconds. Oh, that was a lot faster than I thought, huh? That's high over here, so let's... Fuck.
You're lucky I didn't get around all this.
Yeah, I was hopeful. I don't know, man, though. I'm excited for... I'm interested in Star Fox, if it's real.
Which baffles me, because you haven't played any of them.
I'm interested in it. Isn't there only one worth playing anyway?
Yeah, well, that's kind of my point, is that there's only one worth playing. Like, I do not feel this series deserves this, you know? I feel like it hasn't earned this.
Oh, definitely not.
And yet, here we are.
But I think it could work, so I'm not so mad about it. It's not like if they, made a Kirby racing game or something. That just doesn't make any sense.
It's just like it's just the stench of like creator favoritism, and it just gets to me. Cause it's on like if it was like the crew was making like really bang up super good shit. All right, fair enough. But like the series is like known for being a bit wank at this point. Most of its like recent entries have been a bit wank at best.
I think they're just trying to bridge the comparisons between Star Fox and Captain Falcon. Both of them are most known for Smash Bros. And now both of them are going to have futuristic racing games. And it's only going to keep going from there.
But if that's the case, then F-Zero should get like a dog fighter.
They could.
I mean, if they did, that would be sick. But, because like, Captain Falcon is a bounty hunter.
Is he?
So, yes.
Does he actually do bounty hunting?
Actually, yes. Sometimes the backplot of the games is he's entered the F-Zero to like get a specific criminal.
That's pretty fun.
Like they're there, so he's just like, I'm just gonna fucking get in, get some prize money, and then just like nick the guy after the race.
So he does more than Samus Aran.
Basically, yeah. He, despite being a bounty hunter, has only ever actually hunted bounty in like one game.
Metroid
And the rest
Prime
of it has just been her personal vendetta. Yeah.
Wow.
It's literally just like her and a bunch of other bounty hunters are hunting some bounty. Like, how like its execution was kind of but it did have like the best concept of like the Prime games.
Of all three of them?
4, counting it.
No.
But I mean, it did, because it was like... it did, because like, like the idea was to like get to the final area, you had to collect, like, they're called octoliths. So like, oh, that actually went in, I'm surprised.
Ow. It's better than ripping off Sonic Adventure 2.
And like the idea was there's like these 6 other hunters. You'd run into them on your journey. Like sometimes they would try and trap you in a room. Sometimes they'd fight you just straight up. They're trying to beat you. And if they managed to beat, like after their first appearance, they would just be random on planets, and they would just appear randomly and fight you in certain rooms. And the idea was if they managed to beat you, they would take one of your octoliths, and you'd have to hunt them down and get it back.
Ah.
So it was this really, rad content. It really like it made this thing like this is an actual bounty hunter race between like this set of hunters. They're all like actually competing and like nicking each other's stuff and trying to be the one to get the mad prize.
I have a question. Do you ever race them?
Yes, actually.
Oh fuck! Is there
every
a timer?
time you beat it? Yes.
Oh, let's go! Was there a leaderboard?
No.
So close.
I mean, there's not a leaderboard for that. There was online multiplayer, but it was basically just Quake 3.
I wouldn't really know what that is.
Just like team deathmatch in arenas.
Oh, okay.
It was quite not even teams; it was just deathmatch in arenas, which was fun. Admittedly, it was quite fun. It was also hideously unbalanced because the character who has like the sniper rifle, if you stand still with him, he just turns invisible. And can just snipe while invisible. It was just kind of like, who let this through?
Is this character also short by chance?
Shorter than the others.
Oh,
yes.
that's how it always is. There's always an odd job in these games. Fuck you, odd job. Like
he also had like every character had like their own morph form. Like Zombies has the morph ball. Every other hunter had their own like morph form, and his was like this fast running spider thing that if it got a direct attack on you, would just take off actually half your life.
So it's a kraken?
I think the species was actually called the Crickens.
Wow, that's that's hilarious. So, I think I have an idea of how to potentially balance this. And just make it so when he's charging, he's not invisible. Or scoped,
There's no
I should
charge.
say. You know what I mean.
It has to be scoped, yeah, because there's no charge.
For some reason, a bunch of snipers have charges when they scope. I don't even know why. It's not real. I don't think.
Do you mean like in this game or?
No,
like,
no,
in
in
general?
every game. This game takes it straight. You have to charge up like the shot
To build the
literally
pressure
to
up
build
the
pressure.
yeah.
Like it's like in TF2, there's just a charge so it does more damage. What was the other game
Curious.
I was thinking of? I think Widowmaker has a charge similar to that.
Curious.
And
I guess it's to try and make sniping more challenging for the high reward.
I guess it's so that you don't just scope and then skill shot, essentially.
Yeah, like in Call of Duty, where it's just you can literally just like shoot without even looking at them, like turn away before your bullets even hit them, and just get the kill as you're
You
walking
just
away.
scope and essentially do more damage because you're scope or something.
Yeah,
Which I never got. But
it's more accurate, so you did more.
but you're just looking into a scope. The gun is firing the same exact way.
Yep.
But whatever.
Welcome to Call of Duty.
I don't know how a real life sniper works, and I probably never will. So
It's a lot more complicated than they make it look, because it's mostly like it's like fishing. You're just waiting for like 10 hours until like the shot happens to line up, and
I
then you're like,
understand
all
that.
right, sick.
I mean, like the sniper rifle itself, you know.
It's just like an extremely powerful gun that shoots a fairly large bullet.
Bullet.
So it's designed to like shoot at like really long
Gavin.
distances. What?
I know what a sniper rifle does.
Well, I'm like, let's explain it. I don't understand what you're not
I'm
understanding.
just saying,
man.
like how the inner workings of it and shit, you know. What
Okay.
what it's like to
I mean-
wield one and shoot it, you know, etc.
I don't know that you really wield it, because like they're big, heavy pieces of shit, and most of the time the sniper's lying down.
Gavin,
What?
how you hold it? How about that?
Like you hold like what you hold it like. I don't know the name of it. You just have like your hand like under the gun, and like the front of the gun is like balanced on a tripod usually.
Can I also take
Because
a
it's a
picture
really
with
because it's a
this?
really long fucking gun.
Can I also take a picture with this weapon? Oh, there are
Yeah,
two
Sims.
snipers out there. Okay, hold on. Flying fuckers, I mean.
There's a lot of misery going on.
Snake's coming for me. Protect me.
Trying, but there's a taxi in the way.
It's okay. I think I got all three of them before dying, but. Speaking of Call of Duty,
Yeah.
another piece of news that happened on Twitter before we went live, or
I
between
think I saw this one.
Call of Duty 4 got an announcement. Black Ops 4,
It has
you know,
a battle royale.
a battle royale mode.
Because like
Of
the
course.
publishers are the most brain dead and predictable creatures on this earth.
But it's gonna be great.
No,
It's gonna be like Nazi zombies or whatever, the alternate game mode that's really good, and that everyone can get down with, even Gavin.
the thing that got me was it said, "Oh, there's no campaign this time." It's kind of like, wow.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
It's kind of like what happened last. You run out of celebrities to pay off. Celebrities who turned out to be pedophiles later.
Well, they were probably just like, let's not just put money into doing a campaign because people always say it's shit anyways.
That's because they don't put any fucking effort into the campaign.
Well,
They just pay. There's like recent years they just pay like a Hollywood actor to mouth off for a few scenes, and then it's just walk in the room, sit down, shoot, walk out of the room.
what was the Call of Duty game with a character named Soap?
That was the Modern Warfare games. Modern Warfare 1 actually had like a really good campaign, so like it varied everything up. It sort of taught you like how to use different weapons, and it had like actually genuinely well written and even like one poignant scene about like the horrors of war. And it's kind of like, well, how the fuck did this happen? And then it never happened again in the series. And the series just became like jingoistic, hoorah, American racism all the time after that. It was amazing.
Racism? Or like,
Like,
patriotism?
no, like I mean racism. I mean like everyone who's foreign is like evil and wants America dead. They're all comical.
Oh, I see what you mean. not racist against America.
No, like not racist against America. Racist against America is better than everyone, and everyone hates America and wants to kill America, and they all eat babies.
Is it racist if it's true though?
Like Russia was a regular victim. Like at one point, decided just to get bored and said the entirety of South America hates America and stole America's like
Wait, what was that?
orbital satellite nuclear weapon.
Oh lord, this isn't good. I have a sniper.
And America was like defeated and weakened because their orbital satellite weapon was taken.
I remember that.
That was fucking Ghost is like the stupidest fucking.
Also, I looked at the logo again. I think I understand where I stand with Roman numerals.
Okay.
For like the first three, it's fine. Then because they're like tally marks, I guess, right? You can count three things and say 3. The brain gets it. Then you throw in a V, and that's where I get angry. That's where I'm like, no. No V's, no X's. That's it. So Roman numerals are, okay, up to 3. That's it. No C's, no D's. None of that.
None of that. Shame on you.
So,
but yeah, no, it sounds like it's gonna be a disaster.
Who knows, right? Who knows? Guys?
I mean, you can pretty easily guess because like they use literally the same engine and the same controls for all these fucking things.
Are you more optimistic for Star Fox Racing?
Actually, yeah.
Alright, I'll take my victories where I can get them. So apparently Grand Prix isn't the actual title. You probably could have guessed that.
That doesn't surprise me at all. So.
Oh no, it's these glasses.
Oh, it's just the base version.
The shithead writer glasses.
Shithead writer glasses.
Yeah, you know, like the very small circle shades?
Ah, okay, yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm trying to write a novel. Oh yeah, there was like a hat in this game. There was like sunglasses, a bandana, and then a cap on top of the bandana.
That's a bit nuts.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking nice, dude.
Does it come with a truck too?
It's like an upgrade from the glasses and cap that I just bought. You should get Inksaber main of that.
I mean, if the store would ever have like any new gear and not just like the same 5 old shirts and helmets over and over again.
I know how it is. Shit was a fucking catalog. The only other thing I had on the list to talk about, and it's probably short, is Mario Tennis Aces. There's not much to talk about really because actually that's not true. I don't know. Should we save that? Because there's like the whole story.
I don't know.
thing.
Like, well, what do you want to? What is it?
Like the story trailer and the demo and the tournament. We'll just do that next time. We'll push it back again. Fuck you, Mario Tennis Aces.
Like, I can't buy it for like months anyway, probably. So who cares?
Wow. I'm fucking pumped, my dude.
I mean, like I would be if I could get it.
Would you be?
Kinda, yeah. Because I'm like, I liked Mario Tennis.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
Almost makes up for Star Fox. So should I do Zelda? Oh, Novell, you're at the end. But maybe in time for Zelda. I guess I can do it, right? Like, what time is it?
Yeah,
7:30.
it's midnight.
Mario Tennis, yeah, we're going to talk about it next time because we ran out of time talking about Nier and Call of Duty. Yeah. And Star Fox Racing, of course. My favorite game of all time. Let's do. I can at least do some Zelda. I don't have to do 3 hours. I have to keep telling myself these things.
You don't have to do 3 hours. You can
I can
You
do
just
30
pack it
minutes
in whenever
if I
the
want
fuck.
to.
Just play until you get mad, and it's like, oh well,
Yeah, we didn't spoil anything in Nier, I
nah.
don't think.
I was mostly talking about like the write up, and I mentioned the word gestalts, but it's like
That's
that's not a
not
spoiler.
is that even a real word? Oh, wait, I think it's a
Yes,
German
actually.
word, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
it's or derived from a German
thank
word.
God no one's German in here, am I right? Something about Call of Duty racism. By the way, I'm gonna switch to Zelda. Let's do it.
I mean, they didn't do that to the Germans.
They didn't?
They did do that to the
Okay, I was
Germans
gonna
at
say
some
they had
points.
to have, right? Because Germany is like the easiest target. All the Nazis and stuff.
Battlefield 1 did that, where it's like, it's World War 1, like everyone is just like equally just tired, desperate, like, young men. But then in multiplayer, like if you're on the German side, your commander's a comically evil mustache
Of
twirling.
course.
Yes, burn the American scum, yeah.
That's a great accent. You should do the entire next salmon run speaking like that.
I would feel ashamed of myself.
All right, everyone, look forward to that. Stop recording so you can't even get another word.